right, we are ready to get rolling. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Girl Agenda Celebration. My name is Leslie Field, and I am the director of the Leadership Institute, powered by the Girl Scouts of Greater New York. Tonight, we are here to celebrate our highest awards recipients, our destination and scholarship awardees, our STEM explorers, our environmental leaders, our cookie executives, and the Leadership Institute Cohort 2020. We are also honored to have with us our two keynote speakers, Sylvia Acevedo, Chief Executive Officer of Girl Scouts of the USA, and Meridith Maskara, Chief Executive Officer of Girl Scouts of Greater New York. There are so many people joining us, both here inside of the Zoom webinar room, but also out on Facebook Live. So hello to everyone who's joining us. We know that you are our Girl Scouts. You are our family members, you are staff members, you are our troop leaders, you are our program partners, our supporters, our board members, and everyone in between. And this is such a special opportunity that we could come together and pay tribute to all the accomplishments of our Girl Scouts. But before we jump into the evening, I want to let you know that if you're in this virtual Zoom room, we just disabled the chat for a little while, and I will definitely let you know when we're going to reinstate it. If you're joining us on Facebook Live, we have my colleague Stephen who's going to be moderating those comments, and those should be probably able to go the whole time. So without further ado, I would love to introduce you to my co-host this evening, Melissa D'Andrea.
Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Melissa D'Andrea, and I'm a proud Gold Award Girl Scout from Troop 2141 in Brooklyn, New York, and I also have the incredible honor of being your Chief Program Officer. We are thrilled to have the opportunity to come together this evening. It's been a challenging year in New York City and in the world, and we have many challenges still ahead of us, but there feels like no greater time to celebrate the resilience, the courage, the confidence, the outstanding character, and fearless leadership of our New York City Girl Scout community. Through the loss we've collectively and individually experienced, we have also seen great innovation and community building. This time of year is the time when we usually come together to celebrate our highest awards, our Leadership Institute capstone projects, our scholarship recipients, bridging from one Girl Scout level to the next, and so much more. But because of this unique moment in our history, this is one of the very first opportunities that we've ever had to come together as a council without any restrictions on space, without having a fight with the MTA or traffic or the weather. I join you from my bedroom tonight, with my basketball hoop in the background, if you can see it, and my bed just a few feet away. And I invite you to join me in this space just as you are tonight. Because who you are is perfect, and you're a group of young people and families and Girl Scout community members that I am so incredibly proud of. So I would now like to introduce you to another person I'm so proud of, Cadet Girl Scout Naya, who's going to lead us in the Girl Scout Promise and the Girl Scout Law.
Hi, my name is Naya, and I'm a cadet Girl Scout in Troop 3149 in Manhattan. I would now like to lead you into the Girl Scout Promise and the Girl Scout Law. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout Law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout.
Awesome job. Thank you so much, Naya. So I would now like to introduce Alexia, an ambassador Girl Scout from Queens in the Leadership Institute, who will introduce you to our first keynote speaker this evening. Alexia?
Hello. My name is Alexia, and I'm the Ambassador Girl Scout in Troop 4988 in Queens. I now have the honor of introducing Sylvia Acevedo, Chief Executive Officer of Girl Scouts of the USA. Sylvia Acevedo is an engineer, rocket scientist, tech entrepreneur, author, lifelong Girl Scout, and CEO of Girl Scouts of the USA. Through Girl Scouts, Sylvia discovered her passion for space, science, and math. Her interest in STEM subjects would lead her to a career as a rocket scientist, engineer, tech executive, and award-winning STEM entrepreneur. She began her career at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, where she created algorithms and analyzed data for Voyager's 2 spacecraft flyby of Jupiter and 2 of its moons, Io and Europa. She went on to work as an engineer and executive at Apple, Dell, Autodesk, and IBM. As CEO of Girl Scouts of the USA, Sylvia has led a transformation of Girl Scouts programming in STEM, the outdoors, entrepreneurship, and leadership. She spearheaded the largest rollout of badges in the recent history, more than 100 badges in the STEM and in the outdoors, including space science, robotics, coding, app and game development, the outdoor high adventure, and cybersecurity. Sylvia was one of the first Hispanic students, male or female, to graduate with an engineering degree from Stanford University, an MS in industrial engineering, and she holds a Bachelor of Science degree with honors in industrial engineering from New Mexico State University. Sylvia has been recognized widely for accomplishments in STEM and business, for her education advocacy, and for her work to bring more girls into the STEM pipeline. She is the author of Path to the Stars, My Journey from Girl Scouts to Rocket Scientist, a memoir for middle school students that inspires readers to live their lives of their dreams. Now, I would like to introduce Sylvia Acevedo, the CEO of Girl Scouts of the USA.
Hey there, thank you so much for that great introduction. I very much appreciate it. And congratulations to all of you. We've kind of made it through the school year. Phew. I also commend you for being so creative and figuring out how you can get the whole council together in this virtual meeting. So congratulations to all of you. I know there's special congratulations to the highest award girls, which is fantastic, your destination and the scholarship awardees. Also the STEM explorers, the environmental leaders, the cookie entrepreneurs, yay, what a cookie season we had this year, and the Leadership Institute Cohort of 2020. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention everything that you've had to live through this year in 2020. Oh my gosh. You know, if you think back to January, and I was lucky enough to be on the Rose Bowl parade, and I think about I thought, wow, 2020 is going to be such an amazing year. It's turned out to be an amazing year, but different than what we thought it would be. You know, no place in the United States has been hit as hard as New York with COVID-19. And the resiliency that you have shown around that has just been remarkable. You know, I love how you embraced, how can you help? How can you make a difference? How can you make the world a better place? So many of you rallied together, got face masks, you know, made sure that, I think there was a couple of troops who were helping out at Elmhurst. I believe it was 4413, 4414, and 4940, helping out at the hospital there. You know, everything from pillows, cell phone chargers, you know, everything that people would need to make them feel a little bit more comfortable, you were there. And I'll talk about those cookies. I love that great Facebook Live moment when you were delivering the cookies. And the thing about Girl Scout cookies, because you can't get them all year, when you delivered them, you were telling people, you're important. And the joy that I saw on their faces, because you were giving them something that said, I see you. I see what you're doing. I see how you're an essential worker. I see how you're in the front line. You're putting your life on the line for others. And I see you and I appreciate you. And so that cookie box wasn't just a carton of cookies. It was a way of showing that you acknowledged them, that brought joy to their life. So I want to thank you. You made so much news, but it wasn't about the news that mattered, the fact that you made it onto news stations. It's the joy, it's the way you touch people's hearts. So I want to thank you for that leadership. And just as we were sort of getting our bearings from that, then everything with the Black Lives Matter. And again, New York has been at the epicenter of that and what has been happening. And so I really, again, commend you of being civically engaged and taking action. Now, I'll tell you, in Girl Scouts, taking action really matters. You may not know it, but across the United States every year, at least 3, if not 4 or more state laws are changed by girls just like you. Girls in middle school and high school who change state laws because they said, I want to see the world differently than it currently is. And so we have girls in middle school that make sure that there's no child marriage in New Hampshire, that there's no straw November in California, that pets are saved from being in cars that are too hot, that secondhand smoke laws, that there are driver's licenses that now have for the hearing impaired that note that. So when they're pulled over, the police officers knows that. These are things that girls in middle school and high school have done. And taken action in other ways, at dangerous intersections, making sure there's crosswalks, there's traffic lights. These are things that you learn in Girl Scouts. And so you're going to see us do even more civics and democracy so that you know the rules and you know how to make the change you want to see in the world. You know, one of our girls in San Diego, she was in class and she said, there is nothing that is being taught that reflects any of the kids in my classroom. None of the people we're learning about look like us, reflect us. But because she was a Girl Scout, because she had learned how to take action, she just didn't protest. She put together a plan. She created a curriculum. She went to the school board. She presented it. And she got it approved. And they implemented it. And in the 2 years when she was doing it, and now it's continuing, it became her Gold Award project. School grade point averages went up by 1.3 and the dropout rate went down. Kids got more interested because the classes look like them. So you have the power. And what we're teaching you at Girl Scouts gives you the power to make the difference you want to see in the world around you. And so I'm so very excited about the opportunities that you have in New York and the kind of changes you can make. I know that thanks to Girl Scouts, when I was a very young girl, I was shy. I came from a Spanish speaking only household. I really didn't know how to fit in. But thanks to Girl Scouts, you know, my parents hadn't let me do a sleepover. It was the first sleepover. Camp was my first sleepover. And I really enjoyed that experience. And I learned so much about the stars and planets. And I'm grateful for that because my troop leader saw that and she nurtured that interest in me. And I made one of my first science badge making rockets. And after I failed many times, I failed 5 times. 5 times. And I think if I'd been in school, my teacher would have said, Sylvia, rockets aren't for you. Maybe you're a girl, they're not for you. But because I was in Girl Scouts, my troop leader said, try again. Well, let's figure out what's not working. And then finally that rocket left the desert sand and went into the sky. And I felt so proud of myself. I said, I could do this. And so I began to take science and math seriously. And I got so good at it, I became a rocket scientist and did go work at NASA. So if I had not had that Girl Scout experience, what we call failure, first attempt in learning, it's not failure, it's first attempt in learning. I wouldn't have been able to do what I have done. And also the courage and the confidence that Girl Scout has taught me. You know, I'm so grateful that right now we're giving you a lot of the skills in how do you take civic action? How do you do leadership? And also around technology. You know, we're all tonight connected by technology, and we want to make sure that girls have a voice in how that technology is created. You know, one of the things that is very disturbing is since a lot of girls, and especially a lot of girls from diverse backgrounds, are not included in technology, we weren't thought about. And it's important that our voices, our cultures are reflected in technology and the applications that we work. We want to see ourselves represented, but many times you need to have the skills because people say, well, you don't know how to program, you don't know how to work with sensors, you don't know how to do robotics, you don't know how to do data analytics, you don't know about cybersecurity. Well, guess what? We got a badge for all of that so that no one can say to you, oh, you don't know how to do that. And you go, I did that when I was a Girl Scout in middle school. It's no big deal. And so we want to make sure you have those skills so that you've got the interest, you've got the confidence that no matter what you do in life, you can approach it knowing that you can make it happen. And I know for me, one of the greatest experiences for me was in Girl Scout cookie program. And you've had a really challenging season this year and you've come through. But what I learned through the cookie season is how do you create opportunities? How do you get your dreams to come true? And, you know, I grew up poor in my family in New Mexico. You know, we sometimes didn't have money and have to go live with family members. We lived on a dirt street. But the Girl Scout cookie program taught me, how do you make your dreams come true? And okay, when I was a 7-year-old brownie, my dream was, I kind of want to do all these Girl Scout things. So maybe it wasn't a huge dream, but it was my dream. And so I learned that I could set that dream, figure out how many cookies I needed to sell, and then break that down into how many I need to sell to a week. And that taught me, that's how you make your dreams come true. What is your goal? And then what do you need to do to get to that goal? And you break it down to little pieces. So that was so important because I still use that to this day. And then the other one is never leave aside of a cookie sale until you've heard no 3 times. Because a lot of times in life, people will just tell you no. And you have to say, well, why not? It's like when you're selling cookies and somebody says, well, no, thank you, I don't want to buy. So you say, well, why not? And they'll say, well, I'm on a diet. I'll say, but I bet there's somebody else's day you could make if you go buy a box of cookies. So there's always a way to get to that yes. And so the Girl Scout cookie program helped me learn how to get to that yes. And that is just an invaluable skill. So I want to thank you for being a Girl Scout. The things that you're learning in Greater New York, you know, you're our only completely urban council, the 5 boroughs. So you are unique. You already knew that, but you are unique. And I love how, you know, all the leadership, Meridith and all the team want to make sure that you experience all of wonderfulness of Girl Scouts, the urban adventure, and then also getting to get you out camping. I love that. So I want to thank all of you for taking time tonight. You know, again, I want to thank all the award recipients. Congratulations. All of you who've had this amazing year in Girl Scouts. I want to thank you for you know, being so persistent and resilient. You know, you inspire me with the resilience that you've had. I want to thank that leadership cohort that you've got. Amazing. The volunteers, staff, thank you for all that you're doing. And, you know, you've got your great destination and your scholarship awardees, your STEM explorers, your environmental leaders, your cookie entrepreneurs, all of you. I want to thank you. And I want to thank all of you Girl Scouts that have made time to be part of tonight. You inspire me. And frankly, I can't wait to hear what you have coming up next. So thank you so much for inviting me. I'm inspired by you. So Meridith and team, thank you all.
Sylvia, thanks all around, because we know that you're a busy woman and you've got a lot to do these days. So thank you for joining us again this evening. We are so thankful to have you as our intrepid leader of the Girl Scout movement. So thank you again.
Oh, you bet. Thank you so much.
We hope to see you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. So I would now like to introduce Cynthia. Cynthia is a senior Girl Scout from Queens who will be introducing our second keynote speaker of the evening. Cynthia?
Hi, my name is Cynthia and I'm in Troop 4569 in Queens. I have the pleasure of introducing Meridith Maskara, CEO of Girl Scouts of Greater New York. Meridith Maskara is Chief Executive Officer of Girl Scouts of Greater New York. In this role, she leads an enthusiastic and committed 70-person team as they work to realize a clear vision, a New York City in which each and every girl feels empowered to lead in her community, the workplace, and the world. Prior to serving her current position, Meridith has been a part of the Girl Scouts movement in many ways. As a girl member in Maine, a troop leader in Queens, a staff member of the Girl Scouts of Greater New York, serving as VP, Product Programs, and COO from 2015 to 2017, and now CEO. During her time at the Girl Scouts of Greater New York, Meridith oversaw the launch of Troop 6000, a Girl Scout troop specially designed to serve girls living in the New York City shelter system. She also founded the Cookie Executive Committee, a program that provides a special professional development opportunities and seeks input from top cookie sellers. Under her leadership, the organization has grown to serve over 32,000 girls. Before she turned her passion for Girl Scouting into a career, Meridith graduated from the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York City. Her love for theater, combined with her operational and business sense, led her to a highly successful corporate career in theatrical entertainment and event merchandising and branding, where she spent 17 years as a vice president at one of the industry's leading companies, Max Merchandising. As a third-generation Girl Scout, a mom raising 5 incredible girls, and a Girl Scout troop leader for more than 10 years, Meridith has seen firsthand that no other organization or institution in a girl's life can offer the same opportunities or the same community as Girl Scouts. And now, I would like to introduce you to Meridith Maskara, CEO of Girl Scouts of Greater New York.
Cynthia, thank you so much. We're so excited to be here. Oh my gosh, I miss being with you all in person. But we will get back to that. And I look at the numbers of participants, and I can't thank you all enough for making the time with everything else that's going on, and the year ends, parent conferences, testing, etc. Everything that we've been doing and pivoting is the word of the day, right? I want to thank you, Sylvia, so much for joining us here. I know that New York is your unofficial second home, so you are part of our council, and it means so much to me and to the girls for them to hear your story and to see your leadership in action right now during these challenging times. Thank you to my staff, the most amazing staff of any Girl Scout council in the entire United States, the best team. To all of you parents who are here, thank you so much for recognizing the value of Girl Scouting and for being the ones who remind your girls to log on. Mostly, I know half the time they're reminding you to their Zoom calls, but to encouraging them to go for the gold, to sign up for that extra STEM class, to be doing all of those extra things, and to raising their hands and raising their voice, and for being advocates for everyone in their communities. So parents, caregivers, families, our board members who are joining us here tonight. But of course, tonight is about you girls, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done. The first week of March, everything in our own everyday lives changed. Our routine, our commutes, our classes that we take, everything at home, shopping, social events, the core of what we knew that was normal was completely shaken up. On March 10th, I made the hardest decision ever. Before the pandemic was named as such, before we went on official pause as a city or a state, I gathered the staff together and told them that we would not be coming to work until further notice at 480 Wall Street. We announced this to the leaders and volunteers and parents, and to you girls, that we would not be allowing in-person events. This included camp, program events, and of course, cookie booths. Saying those words out loud broke my heart, but it led to a more immediate question. The world and community we know may have to be on pause, but does Girl Scouting? The answer was no. Girl Scouting in New York City would and could continue. But how? In any challenging time in my leadership, I seek out books online, through Amazon, friends' libraries, or look for individuals who have gone through or exemplified a situation that I'm going through and struggling with. It helps me to learn the process and the strategies that are needed for leadership, and to see past the challenges and find hidden opportunities. So of course I looked and looked for books and individuals, and I can tell you there was no book written about how to make strategic pivots during a pandemic. And there was no individual, no matter how experienced, who has gone through this before. We were in absolutely new, uncharted territory. So when there is no book, playbook, or rule book, how do you know what the right steps are? How far ahead can you plan? What grounds your decision? For me, I ground my decisions in my gut, with the grit that I have and the resilience that I have. And of course, by having a heck of a team, incredible stakeholders, board members, volunteers, and you girls. And of course, we have a mission and a vision that are so clear and are relevant and necessary. So, how do you create a New York City in which every girl feels empowered to lead in her community, the workplace, and the world, when community, the workplace, and the world have stopped? Then I did find it in a book, 4 steps. Identify an issue in your community that you care about. Collaborate with others in your community. Use your own community resources and your troop resources. Create a solution to the issue and collaborate with others. Take action on the solution and make it sustainable. Do those steps sound familiar? They should. Sometimes the answers to the hardest problems I've ever had to solve have been right there in front of me. The very core of how we approach a Girl Scout badge, our journeys, and our highest awards. So the answer to navigating through all of this was the Girl Scout way all along. I look at what you all have accomplished and what we're celebrating tonight. By using the tools you found in the Girl Scout Promise and Laws, you have led your communities through this crisis. Business challenges, you've been on top of. Social justice challenges, we've heard your voice. Technology challenges, you are the only ones who can run a Zoom meeting flawlessly, and I've witnessed it. Environmental challenges, even though we're on pause, you have not stopped thinking about environmental change. You've identified issues, you've addressed them, and you've taken action. And you've done it during the biggest disruption and chaos, without a textbook, without typical tools, and for that, I applaud you. A few months ago, I had the honor of being on a couple of the Leadership Institute calls, and I challenged many of you to keep a journal during this time. I showed you mine. I am now on my 3rd journal book for COVID, and I frequently go back and look through these journals. So while going back, I keep seeing the same questions at different time periods throughout the last few months. How do we stay connected? Community, stability, continuity, belonging. What does that mean now? What brought us success in the past? Will that bring us to success now? Are we relevant? What do our girls want? What does the troop model look like? Many questions we found answers to, but many questions remain unanswered and just stay in the front of our minds in order to keep us thinking and moving ahead. One thing that I do know is clear. I found many answers with all of the events and leaders. You not only have the answers, you've had them for a while, and you've been bringing us problems and solutions all along that are relevant to you and are relevant now. Our strategic priorities for the council have not changed during this time of crisis, but how we get to achieve those strategic priorities is different. As a generation, you have led us into technology, sometimes dragging and kicking, but you've led us there. You've led us into social reform and justice, and you've led us into enlightenment on how you want to see the world to make it better and to make change. And we have learned your knowledge and your leadership is more important now than ever, and you are the ones that we should be following. So as we turn our virtual experiences and we start to make those into programs for you, we're breaking some barriers. We're allowing access to more girls and families across New York City by doing this. We've had more than 15,000 engagements in our online and digital programming. We were moving troop zip code borders, more diverse troops across the city by focusing on affiliation, interests, special interests. Basically, we're changing the structure so that we now virtually can come to you. It's very exciting. I found a quote from a very old journal of mine and one from a gold ceremony that I used a few years ago. And it resonated because it's something I would have ended up saying to you all today, which is, I expect you to take the tools you have collected from this experience and use them. Use them to strategize, to build, to mold, and to create change. Use them not only to advocate for yourself, but for others. Use every tool that you have learned right now to lead. And I'm going to add one more expectation to this. Next time, when the world is in crisis, chaos, pandemic, or whatever, I will turn to a bookshelf or a bookstore onto Amazon, and I will search. I will not find only one book. I will find many books with real guidance and leadership. And those books, I expect them to have your thoughts, your experience, and your knowledge, and your titleship. Because you will have converted that journal that you're taking now during this time into a leadership book and manual, so we know how to navigate with the lessons that you've learned through this. We will always be by girls and for girls. I thank you for your leadership and your commitment, and please always let us know how we can support your Girl Scouting experience to make it the best experience and to get you into those leadership roles here in New York City. Thank you, and have a great night. Stay safe. Be well.
So a secret here is that Meridith and I are both a little bit of criers, and those remarks were so beautiful. Thank you, Meridith. It's an honor to work on a team with such a fearless, ethical, and compassionate leader as Meridith Maskara. Before we head into the second portion of our event, I want to highlight a few events that you shouldn't miss. So first, I need you all to take note right now. I need you to either send yourself a text or write it down that I want you to invite everyone that you know, inside and outside of Girl Scouting, to attend our Girl Scout Gold Achievement Virtual Gala, celebrating the outstanding work of our Girl Scouts and our volunteers and honoring some incredible women role models. It's on June 29th at 6 p.m. and you can register online and also see some other really incredible content at girlscoutgala.org. And if you forget that, you can just go over to our website and we have the information there. We also have, which we've talked a bit about already, but we have some really, really great summer programming coming your way. In-person camp may be on pause right now, but it will still feel like a Girl Scout summer. So go over to girlscoutsnyc.org to learn about completely free virtual programming for all levels of Girl Scouting, from daisies through ambassadors, and also people who are entirely new to Girl Scouting all summer long, including an awesome cybersecurity camp for our cadets, our seniors, and our ambassadors, and the opportunity to join virtual Girl Scout troops. So I'll now hand it back over to Leslie, who's going to introduce the second half of tonight's event.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. So I am excited to kick off the second part of tonight's event, presented by many Girl Scouts of Greater New York staff members who you will recognize, and you might even see some other familiar faces, including yours. We'd like to remind you that tonight we are working with new technology. So there might be a few glitches or little things that could pop up here and there. So I want you just to kind of sit back for a moment, take a breath, because those glitches and issues could potentially be your Wi-Fi, your device, or who knows what else. Or it could be on our end. It could be our Wi-Fi, our devices, or anything else. If it's on our end, we'll let you know. We'll come back, we'll reset, and we'll keep it moving. So hopefully that's not going to happen, but I just wanted to let you know in case it does. Don't worry, we have a whole team behind the scenes working on it. I also want to remind you that the Zoom, if you're in the Zoom room, that chat function is going to come back on. We want to remind everyone to adhere to the Girl Scout law and the Girl Scout promise. Let's be honest and fair and friendly and considerate and caring and kind and all of those things in the chat, please. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my colleague, Marlinda Caesar, who is the manager of Girl Leadership.
Thank you, Leslie. My name is Marlinda Caesar Wiley, and I am the manager of Girl Leadership Programs. I'm directly in charge of overseeing our destinations, HICE awards, and scholarship programs. Today, my colleague and I will share with you just what these programs are all about. We will also put a special spotlight on the names of girls who have earned or are working towards earning these respective awards and participating in these programs. I would now like to introduce you to Yanira Camino.
Thank you, Merlinda. My name is Yanira Camino, and I am the Program Coordinator for Girl Leadership Programs. I have the honor of telling you more about our highest awards. The Girl Scout Gold, Silver, and Bronze Award are the highest awards a girl can earn in Girl Scouting. These are awarded to junior, cadet, senior, and ambassador girls who display leadership skills, all the while benefiting their communities.
The Girl Scout Bronze Award is the highest honor a Girl Scout junior can achieve. Troop leaders gather with their juniors as a team to plan and complete a 20-hour take-action project where they identify an issue within their communities or beyond and plan how to address it. The Bronze Award allows girls to develop more confidence, meet new people, and have the kind of fun that happens when girls work with other Girl Scouts to make a difference. Now we'd like to present to you all of the Girl Scout troops who have completed a Bronze Award take-action project thus far, presented by Borough. Let's put some faces to these projects. Here are some of the amazing Bronze Award Junior Girl Scouts who are making a difference through
The Girl Scout Silver Award is the highest award that a Girl Scout cadet can achieve. Cadets are required to complete a 50-hour minimum project where they identify an issue within their community and create a plan on how they would like to address it. When Girl Scout cadets focus on an issue they care about, learn the facts, and take action, they gain the confidence and skills that will catapult them to lifelong success, not just within their troop, but within their communities.
Here are some of our Silver Award Girl Scouts thus far, presented alphabetically by last name.
Congratulations, Silver Award Girl Scouts. The Gold Award is the highest honor a Girl Scout Senior and Ambassador can achieve. When a Girl Scout Senior and Ambassador focuses on an issue that they care about, learn the facts, and take action to make a difference, they gain the confidence and skills that will catapult them to lifelong success, not just within their troop, but within their communities. Introducing our Gold Award Girl Scouts.
A plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again. Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you? You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just own the night like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. roads. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will glow, and when it's time to know, you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make 'em go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go, oh, oh, oh. You're gonna leave 'em all in Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. It's always
Hi, my name is Victoria and I am a Destination Girl Scout from Troop 3001 and a recipient of the Girl Scouts of Greater New York Destination Scholarship. This year, I was scheduled to explore Morocco, but sadly, due to COVID-19, my trip was canceled. But I'm not the only one in my troop that missed out on an adventure this year. My troop usually goes on 2 spring camping trips, and this year, both were canceled. I intend to use my scholarship funds to take my troop on an amazing camping trip in the fall. Thank you so much for your support.
Hi, my name is Kirsty Cannon. I am a Destination Girl Scout from Troop 4568 and a recipient of the Girl Scouts of Greater New York Destination Scholarship. This year, I was supposed to go to Costa Rica to learn how to surf, but sadly, due to COVID-19, my trip was canceled. I intend to utilize my scholarship funds to visit Costa Rica next year. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Charlotte and I am a Destination Girl Scout from Troop 3244 and a recipient of the Girl Scouts of Greater New York Destination Scholarship. This year I was scheduled to visit Panama and Costa Rica, but sadly due to COVID-19 my trip was canceled. I intend to utilize my scholarship funds to pay for dorm fees and college books.
Hi, I'm Abby Whipker, Senior Manager of STEM Programs at Girl Scouts of Greater New York. I'm so excited to have you with us today for the Girl Agenda celebration. And I hope you know what STEM stands for. If you don't, it's science, technology, engineering, and math. And what a time it is for technology. And most of us, I think, have started to have to rely on some new to us form of technology, whether that's Zoom for our Girl Scout meetings or for work, Google Classrooms for school, or some of us have maybe started using TikTok to learn a new dance, to entertain ourselves. And for mostly everyone, I think we've had some sort of issue with that technology too. And that's really annoying, right? And we know that now this technology is ingrained in our everyday lives. And the way we use it is forever changed. And you girls are going to be the ones that influence the future of our technology, and you are the ones who can develop technology that is going to make the world a better place, that is going to benefit our world as a whole. And you might know that women make up about 28% of the STEM workforce, and in some areas such as cybersecurity, it's even less. And we need women to fill those roles, to be computer network architects, environmental engineers, and data scientists. We need women to be in executive boardrooms, to make the decisions, and to lead companies. This is why the Girl Scout leadership experience includes STEM. We provide opportunities for girls to program a robot, to design a simple machine, to turn math into art, and to write their own code. And Girl Scouts of Greater New York has several signature STEM programs, including Breaking the Code, a coding and advocacy camp for cadets through ambassadors, First LEGO League and First LEGO League Junior, a troop-led hands-on engineering, programming, and research-based robotics program for daisies through cadets, After School Math Plus, a troop-led program featuring fun, real-world math activities supporting STEM identity development for juniors and cadets. And this year, we had two very special opportunities. Dr. Bear, a troop-led program exploring health issues facing our girls' communities through hands-on science and art projects for brownies and juniors, and the General Motors Automotive Pilot, a special program with GSUSA for a select number of Daisy, Brownie, and Junior troops to test out the brand new automotive engineering badges that will be released this fall, so look out. And finally, I'd like to announce that we'll be starting a brand new program this summer, special to GSGNY, for cadets, seniors, and ambassadors called the Cybersecurity Academy. And this will be a part of our larger summer experience. And girls will participate by earning all 3 cybersecurity badges, take part in a workplace visit, and experience a cyber attack simulation. So be on the lookout for more information. And now I'd like to take a moment to highlight the work of the Tech Hoppers, who are one of our champion robotics teams. Last year, the Tech Hoppers won the FLL City Championships and went on to the World Championships in Detroit. And this year, they won their qualifier competition and were on their way to the city finals before they were canceled. And when NYC First announced they were holding a virtual competition, the Tech Hoppers quickly jumped on the ball to turn the project they worked on for months in person into a virtual presentation. So let's check out a part of that.
I'm Idonna.
I'm Lily.
My name is Isabel.
I'm Emily.
My name is Louise.
I'm Alua. My name is Jayla.
Together, we are the Tech Hoppers.
We live on Roosevelt Island, and we were inspired by our community. Roosevelt Island has over 800 mobility impaired residents. Our project is to find a safe way for people with limited mobility, such as wheelchair users, to evacuate buildings in cases of emergency, such as fires.
We need to create a way to decrease the angle of incline for the wheelchair to get down the ramp safely. We wanted the mechanism to be able to do a few things. 1, decrease the slope to make the descent slower and safer. 2, allow the wheelchair to leave the bottom of the ramp smoothly. 3, return the mechanism to the top of the stairs for the next user. And 4, be able to fold the platform into the wall to make the stairs accessible for others. But it's really hard to get a good understanding from just a picture. Let's head over to Emily, who will demonstrate how it works with the 3D model.
The ramp would fold out from the wall like this. The wheelchair is carried down on a platform that allows the wheelchair user to stay upright. The platform uses a spring mechanism, which doesn't require electricity in case the power is shut off during an emergency. The platform also has a part that hangs down vertically. Once the wheelchair reaches the bottom of the stairs, the second ramp allows the wheelchair to roll off the platform at a manageable incline. The platform would then roll back up for the next user once the weight of the wheelchair is off. We were inspired by tape measures, lanyard reels, and dog leashes that can all self-retract.
We shared our solution to the board members of the Roosevelt Island Disability Association, the commissioner of the Department of Building, and several engineers from Cornell Tech, such as Matt Freed and Bill Leon.
With the Tech Hoppers and the fire escape wheelchair ramp, we can make sure that the fear of being unable to escape in an emergency will no longer limit where people can live or work. Fewer people will live.
An amazing job, Tech Hoppers. I have never seen anything like that wheelchair ramp. And I'm so honored to have innovators like the tech hoppers, as part of our robotics team at Girl Scouts of Greater New York. And I'm so proud of how they work together while apart, just like so many of our other troops are doing at this moment to continue their Girl Scout experience. And I can't say how proud I am or give enough thanks to all of our girls, leaders, and volunteers. But on behalf of Charlotte Bush and myself, thank you. And now I'd like to hand it over to environmental leadership. I'll see you soon.
Hello, my name is Kristen Glass, and I'm the manager of Urban Day Camps.
Hi, my name is Nija Ransom, and I am the program coordinator of Urban Day Camp here at the Girl Scouts of Greater New York.
My name is Nyasa Hendricks, and I am the camp program registrar.
Hi, my name is Carolyn Brown, and I am the program coordinator for Camp Kaufman.
I'm Margot, director of Camp Kaufman, and we are the Girl Scouts of Greater New York camp team.
Here at the Girl Scouts of Greater New York, it is our mission to create a New York City in which every girl feels empowered to lead in her community, the workplace, and the world. Outdoor programming is an essential component of that plan. For us, environmental leadership is not only about conservation or stewardship, but about finding comfort and capability while in nature and beyond. As the only Girl Scout council of 112 nationally, in which 100% of our girls served are growing up in urban environments, we feel an even greater responsibility to connect our girls to the natural world.
A purposeful immersion method known as the nature acclimation process was developed to help combat the sometimes intimidating, uncomfortable, and even scary nature of being in a new environment. Elementary school-aged girls are able to participate in one-day programs up at Camp Kaufman or our Urban Day Camp program. By participating in these programs, girls are able to learn basic outdoor skills, reinforce scientific interests, and increase their self-confidence through healthy risk-taking and learning by doing.
Next, as campers at our sleepaway camp, Camp Kaufman, girls can put their new skills and growing confidence to the test. Alongside other girls from all across New York City, they participate in immersive activities and develop invaluable skills, such as team building, problem solving, and critical thinking.
This increased physical confidence and competence directly translates to mental confidence and competence, giving our girls and future leaders the grit needed to thrive and succeed, which leads us to the environment leaders that we are celebrating tonight. These girls felt empowered to explore, discover, and connect with nature in new and exciting ways by joining either our counselor and training program or our outdoor leadership experience program.
The Counselor in Training program is a great opportunity for girls who are in 10th grade and up to take on leadership roles within the camp community. CITs learn about all aspects of camp operation, from helping in the kitchen to leading songs and games. CITs learn the skills to become educators, facilitators, and mentors to younger girls coming to camp. This program combines training sessions with the shadowing of camp staff and apprenticeship weekends to create a well-rounded and valuable experience.
Next, we have the Outdoor Leadership Experience, for which 2019-2020 was its inaugural year. This program was created to develop girl leadership and encourage environmental stewardship through exposure to outdoor recreation and the natural world, specifically through months of preparation and the completion of a 5-day backpacking trip. Although the program was not completed as intended due to the COVID-19 health crisis, the girls still made incredible progress in learning relevant backcountry camping, hiking, and survival skills that would make them the ultimate environmental leaders. Their efforts and growth cannot be overlooked.
Let's take a moment to celebrate and highlight the young women that have participated in these environmental leadership programs. Thanks, girls. We are so proud of all that you've accomplished. I would like to leave you with this quote from the 1940 Girl Scout Handbook that we still think rings true today. A Girl Scout is a natural-born traveler and pathfinder. She has an urge to get out and match her wits with the elements, to feel the wind, sun, and even the rain on her face.
The Princess Pat.
The Princess Pat
lived in a tree.
Lived in a tree.
She sailed across.
She sailed across
the channel too.
The channel too.
And brought with her.
And brought with her
a rig of bamboo.
A rig of bamboo.
A rig of bamboo.
A rig of bamboo.
Now I'd like to introduce Lauren O'Connell, who's going to highlight the work and achievements of our Cookie Executive Committee.
Thank you, Kristen. Hello, I'm Lauren O'Connell, and it is my great pleasure to discuss the Cookie Executive Committee. The Cookie Executive Committee is comprised of girls who have sold 500 packages of cookies and above in a given cookie season. These dedicated and enterprising girls are invited to 4 special meetings throughout the year, where they meet other cookie executives, learn from professional women in the New York City business community, do fun crafts and activities, and make lasting friendships along the way. During the meetings, we discuss how to aim higher and think bigger when it comes to cookie goals, but we also focus on other topics, like Girl Scout history, female representation in the media, and philanthropy, to name a few. My favorite thing about the committee is that it's made up of girls from all over NYC, from all different levels, who would never have met otherwise. We kicked off the Cookie Executive Committee this year in September with a Circle Line boat cruise around the city. We took over the entire ship for a Girl Scouts only cruise. This was the experiential reward girls earned for selling 500 packages of cookies. Cookie executives are also sometimes asked to help at events like the Cookie Rally. This year, 40 cookie execs and their parents donated their time to help make the event a success. Because we are sometimes offered press and media opportunities, we set aside time at one cookie executive meeting each year to discuss media training. This year, we had some exciting opportunities to talk about the committee on the local news and to introduce the new Lemon Ups cookie.
Some of the New York City Girl Scouts featured on the boxes are part of the Cookie Executive Program.
The most boxes of cookies I ever sold was, I think, 3,500 boxes.
I sold the most in New York City that year.
I used to be more shy, but I think Girl Scouts has really helped me become more confident.
In the Cookie Executive Program, we learn more about how to be a better cookie seller.
To be a member of the Cookie Executive Committee, you must sell at least 500 boxes of cookies. These sisters from Queens each sold over 700 last year.
Unfortunately, we haven't been able to have our 4th in-person meeting this year just yet. So we recently held 2 virtual Cookie Executive meetings, one for daisies and brownies, one for juniors and above, with special guests and activities. As a guest, we were honored to have Nalda Gomes, a dedicated member of our Girl Scout community and troop leader, who's a registered nurse working on the front lines in a New York City hospital during the pandemic. Before the meeting, I had put out a call for Cookie execs to send me pictures and videos thanking essential workers. Here's an excerpt of the amazing things the girls sent in.
Thank you to doctors, nurses,
hospital employees,
grocery store workers,
police officers,
firefighters,
custodians,
sanitation workers,
delivery drivers,
and postal workers. We appreciate you.
I would like to thank all the essential workers that are risking their lives to save others through these terrible times. Stay healthy and be safe.
Thank you for all that you do for helping this country, especially at this time with coronavirus. Everybody's getting it. Some people are losing their loved ones, but you are helping those people and helping some of those people stay alive. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chacon, and I would like to thank all the frontline workers working in New York City. We are very thankful for all of your hard work, and we appreciate you.
Thank you, essential workers, for helping everyone in this pandemic.
Thank you for letting us lean on you!
I'm going to take a moment now to briefly speak about the financial literacy programming that happened during this past year. 2019 was the final year of a 5-year-long grant GSGNY received on behalf of Toyota Financial Services, which enabled us to provide FinLit badge work to 1,257 girls last year, mostly through our FinLit Program in a Box initiative. Eligible leaders were sent the curriculum and all supplies needed for their girls to earn specific junior and cadet badges. We also held financial literacy badge days for teens, which served cadets, seniors, and ambassadors. At these events, girls learned about budgeting for college, costs of living in the city, future career options, and other relevant badge work. For our youngest entrepreneurs, there was Cookie University, a badge day just for daisies and brownies to focus on the upcoming cookie season. There was also a version just for juniors, which also included concepts like social media and marketing. Thank you for watching. I'm now going to reintroduce you to Leslie Field, who will be speaking about the accomplishments of the Leadership Institute Cohort 2020.
Thank you, Lauren, for that introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Leslie Field, and I am the director of the Leadership Institute, powered by the Girl Scouts of Greater New York. I'd like to introduce you to my colleague, Razia, who also supports the Leadership Institute program.
Hi, everyone. My name is Razia Yuri, and I'm the program coordinator for the Leadership Institute.
My first name is Cassidy. I am an ambassador in Girl Scouts, and my troop number is 4164. You don't have to just sit still and be silent. When you see something going on, you could be a leader and stand up and get your point across. So I feel like that's what the Leadership Institute is showing us, just the power of us as people and just to, bring it forth.
Razia and I are thrilled to be here this evening to celebrate and congratulate all of the 200 Girl Scouts who participated in the Leadership Institute's 2020 cohort. The Leadership Institute is Girl Scout of Greater New York's capstone career and college readiness program for middle and high school age girls living in New York City. This program runs from September to August, parallel to the Girl Scouting year, and offers subject-specific courses, professional workshops, college visits, internships, career panels, and so many more exciting things. This program was relaunched in 2019 with a new structure that is designed to serve even more girls each year and allow girls to participate year after year and provide even more experiences relevant to the workforce today's girls will be entering in the future. The Leadership Institute has 3 tracks: advocacy, entrepreneurship, and STEM, and then they're further divided into 9 distinct courses. What makes this program unique is that girls learn an innumerable amount of skills and self-knowledge that they can carry with them for the rest of their lives. They learn how to balance their many competing commitments. They learn how to read and respond to their emails sometimes. They problem solve, they put themselves forward, and they learn how to do so confidently. They compromise and work past conflicts that arise when they work with groups. What I love about this program is that girls really understand their limitless potential after they go and they participate in this program. They build their confidence and their self-assuredness, and that really puts them ahead of other girls their age. They also learn how to use their voices creatively to spread awareness about issues they care about, and they do this in a safe and supportive environment with Razia and me as their biggest cheerleaders. And one of the unique aspects that I really love about this program is that girl participants are engaging with girls that they might not otherwise have had an opportunity to meet and interact with. And then these girls make friends, they bond, and they do this with girls that look different from them, that they come from different neighborhoods and they come from different life experiences. And this is a powerful aspect of the program that I really love to amplify and celebrate. But this evening, we're really excited to not only celebrate all of our girls in the Leadership Institute, but we want to show off some of the amazing work that they have done this year in the program.
I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do.
This is my first time at the Leadership Institute. I found out about it through my Girl Scout leader, and so I thought it would be cool to try.
As soon as I got here, everybody was so supportive and kind, and I've definitely learned how to be more skillful. It's really great that they're teaching all of us.
what we're doing here is we're helping girls really understand who they are. They have all these skills and ideas and creativity, and what this program helps them do is really find a way to amplify it. Girls in the Leadership Institute, they participate in one of 3 tracks. So the 3 tracks we have are advocacy, entrepreneurship, and STEM.
The Leadership Institute gives girls the opportunity to start from a young age and know that they too have a voice and can only continue to grow it.
So over 6 Saturdays in January and February, as you just saw, all the 200 girls in the Leadership Institute came together at St. Francis College in Brooklyn to participate in our day-long seminars called Take Action Seminars. And this is where they deepen their knowledge of those subject-specific courses in the track that they're a part of, which are the entrepreneurship, advocacy, and STEM track. And they participated in project-based learning. These seminars were led by a lot of trained program facilitators and program partners, and they delivered the curriculum to each of these 9 courses across the 3 tracks. There were a lot of people, we fed a lot of people, and we had a really good time on those Saturdays, as you just saw. Girls worked together either individually or in small groups, and they developed a project that was designed to be showed at our Girl Agenda Summit, and more on that in a minute. The stakes are high for the projects that they create because the girls who present their projects at the Leadership Institute Girl Agenda Summit will be eligible for academic scholarships.
So the Girl Agenda Summit has moved to a virtual format this year. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Girl Agenda Summit was originally envisioned as an opportunity to gather girls from across New York City at a college campus for a day of inspiration, preparation, and mobilization to focus on how to be a catalyst for change in your community and in the world. The 2020 G.I.R.L. Agenda Summit has shifted to a virtual format starting today. If you've registered for the Thinkific platform, you can go on there as soon as now and go check out some of the girls' projects. Now we want to show you some of the girls' projects so you can get an inside scoop on what they look like.
The first video features the cadet STEM group who is spreading awareness about the issue of inflated prices of insulin. The second video is a group from Senior Entrepreneurship, and this is a commercial they created for a hypothetical business that supports women in Iran to have better access to the skills needed for a job. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Chloe K.
Hey guys, my name is Isabella.
What's up? My name is Chloe R. Hi there, my name is Shyla. Hello, my name is Riley. And we are Kikris, C-I-K-R-S, or the first initial of our group members.
Cadet level Girl Scouts in the STEM track at the Leadership Institute.
And today, we are presenting to you
insulin prices, a PSA made by our group.
But first, we think you should hear the process with the video. What were some of the challenges about this project?
Well, while we were coding, all of these annoying bugs kept coming up, and those took a lot of time to fix. But other than that, it went pretty well. What is insulin, and why does the price matter?
Insulin is a drug that people with diabetes need to regulate their blood sugar. If it is too high, they take insulin to lower it. The price matters because people will need it for their entire lives, which is why it can't be too costly.
Laws and policies that discriminate against women interfere with Iranian women's right to work, Human Rights Watch said in a report released today. Women confront an array of restrictions.
Guys, come over here.
Wow, this needs to change. All women deserve jobs. Wait, I think I have an idea.
Introducing Sight Sisters. Our goal is to support Iranian women so they are able to be involved in the workforce and make their income independently. We know that these women have so much knowledge and expertise that needs to be utilized. Sight Sisters is a company that teaches Iranian women how to design websites through a free online course.
We really hope you enjoy watching the project videos and encourage you to check the rest of them out on Thinkific. We are super impressed with the girls' ability to come together and put together all these final presentation videos despite what's going on. Great job, girls, and congratulations on finishing out the Leadership Institute. To end it off, I just want to give a shout out to all of our girls and we're gonna go through a slideshow of their names. All right, so here are some girls from the Cadet STEM group. Here are some of our girls, which was our largest, newest track, Cadet Advocacy. We have our Girls of the Cadet Entrepreneurship track. We have our senior STEM girls. Then we have our senior entrepreneurship girls. And then last but not least, some of our ambassadors. We have our ambassador STEM group, our ambassador entrepreneurship girls, and then our lastly advocacy track, which was composed of both seniors and ambassadors, which lots and lots of girls were super interested in the new track that we had this year. So congratulations to you all. We're super, super proud, and yeah.
So if you want to hear some more information about the Leadership Institute, we will be relaunching at the end of this summer. So if you are a Girl Scout in the 6th to 12th grade living in New York City, or if you know a girl who is in the 6th to 12th grade who lives in New York City and maybe hasn't done Girl Scouting, I highly, highly encourage you to have them check out this awesome program. You can go over to our website, you can check out the brochure for this past year, and I'm really looking forward to having you all involved with Cohort 2021.
As we close this evening, we want to say thank you for joining us. It's been an unprecedented Girl Scouting year, but our mission remains strong due to the work of some remarkable people. We cannot go without thanking all of our amazing troop leaders, parents, caregivers and families, troop volunteers, and administrative volunteers. Your work changes girls' lives. A special thank you to our essential workers inside and outside of Girl Scouting who are keeping us safe. And I have some special shout outs to our awesome Girl Scout staff team, whom you saw many of them tonight. Special thanks to Stephen Rodriguez, Ella Leitner, and Lindsay Cosgrove, the hardest working marketing and communications team in the world as we've switched over to so many virtual events. Our cookie team, who supported you all in getting 74,000 packages of cookies to essential workers during the pandemic. Our membership and volunteer support teams led by Debbie Roman, our Troop 6000 team, our camp property team, keeping our camp safe and clean and getting it ready for your return during this time of social distancing, Steve Gomez and Jim Barry, and our truly outstanding program teams who changed everything about the way they worked and have continued to deliver the highest quality programming with no notice and very little resources. Thank you to Margot, to Kristen, to Abby, Marlinda, Yanira, Razaya, Charlotte, Nyasa, Nija, Carolyn, and the lead organizer of this wonderful event and my co-host, Leslie Fields, and the powerhouse that is our Vice President of Programs, Maggie Vasquez. An extra special thanks again to our CEO, Meridith Maskara, and the rest of our executive team, and the bold leadership of our board of directors. Before we close, I'd like to invite all of the panelists to turn on their videos before we highlight and celebrate all of the Girl Scouts featured this evening one more time. So all panelists, please wave, shout, whatever you need to do to celebrate our girls.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up. Already
Standing in a crowded room and I can't see your face. Put your arms around me, tell me everything